Yeah. To nobody, boy. Yo. Content over. Let me turn on my music. Yo. Alright, man's on a million views right now on my channel. You get me? So we celebrating. I don't know, I've been saying for the longest time. I don't know. Some people might not know still, but let me turn it down. 1 sec. From before man even got to 1,000 subscribers, man's over 3,000 right now. Before I got to 1,000 subscribers, I was like, yo, people keep on asking me about my video settings, how I record, what equipment I use, And I said, yo, I'm gonna make a tutorial still, or just like a brief thing where I'm just showing man what my equipment is, you know, how I film and So I'm gonna get that to you now still. While we had this milestone, you get me, of 1 million views. I'm gonna get that to you now still. That's coming up at the end of all of these messages, but I also wanna make the next 2 announcements. One, man got a donation still. Man got a donation, and not even just a donation, a reoccurring donation. Out of nowhere, you get me? Man's first donation still, sir. Man have to give love and respect, you get me? For people them who support what man's doing, the way man's doing it. I want to see the things still rolling, you get me, and help out however they can, sir. I want to give a shout out to the Bonsu family for hitting man with that £10 a month, you get me? I'm gonna take that £10 a month and buy a Bentley. Hey, a couple thousand years. I'm gonna save up for a couple thousand years. I'm gonna find a way how to stay alive, and I'm gonna buy me my Bentley with that. You hear me? So a big shout out to the Bonsu family still. Love and respect. Every man can carry on doing what man's doing. And there's a little extra Peter that I don't have to worry about, you get me? So yeah. One more thing as well. Man strike free. Man ain't the top striker no more. Man ain't got no more strikes on my channel, you get me? Man had to appeal the decision from YouTube to take down my video and come back successful. Cause the video's back up now, you get me? The video that got taken down, and I ain't got no more strikes on my channel. I just got bare green smiley faces, you get me? For everyone who got a channel, I know how the behind the scenes thing work. You got green smiley faces when your channel's in good standing order, you get me, sir? Yeah, you can go check out that video again now for everyone who missed it, or you only got to see it one time and was like, rah, where's the video? The video's called Raspek confronts Ali Dawa about his homosexuality. I mean, about his Muslims reacting to homosexuality video. He ain't even trying to send jabs Ali Dawa. Allow me, I made a slip of the tongue. Yeah, the video title is called Raspek confronts Ali Dawa about his Muslims reacting to homosexuality video. That video is back up still, they get a strike down. And man ain't even a bitter thing. Man ain't even trying to grudge the people them who tried to take down the video, who got the video taken down. You get me? Ain't even trying to grudge them still, because that's not why the video was even up in the first place, you get me? Man ain't trying to hate on no one out here. True stories. Man just want to be able to have blunt and honest and sincere discussions, like as grown people, you get me, as adults, be able to just tell each other what's on our mind, as long as we know that the intention ain't to offend each other, you get me? But we shouldn't be worried about offending each other from we know that that's not the intention, you get me? We should be able to talk to each other respectfully and honestly, you get me? Without worrying about stepping on eggshells. So, yeah. Yeah, man, it's looking good still. 1 million views. You hear me? No more strikes on my channel. I got a donation. And I'm going to give you the tutorial of how Koei makes my things look, how they look. My video, my videography, my cinematography. I'm going to give you all my secrets, you get me? Even though they ain't secrets though, because when people ask me, I tell them still. You want to know anything from me about my video and all of that, all you got to do is ask and I'm going to tell you, you get me? But yeah, here we go. 1 million views, celebration. Bang. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, a million views. I'm gonna make this video. I've been saying I'm gonna make this from man reach 1,000 still. I've been on some long thing. Ideally I wanted to film this on the next camera, you get me, but obviously I can't film my camera with my camera. You get me, sir? I'm gonna just do a screen recording thing. But yeah, let me get into it, man. How I do my videos. This is a template I've got opened up, so I'll explain to you what everything is still. That's the COE dash screen there. What you see come up. Man made that in After Effects still. I made it in After Effects still, but yeah. How I do it now, when I go Speakers Corner and I film, or this Premiere Pro, obviously, this is what editing program I use. When I go Speakers Corner and I film, I'll go get my footage from the camera, import that. Let me see. Let me get this in there. Ali Dawa. It's random. It's an old thing. This video is back up, by the way, if I ain't said that already. Yeah. And I'll just drag it and drop it on the timeline, you get me? And let me show you. Let me show you the difference, the before and after thing. Like, this is how it looks. This is how it records straight out the camera. Straight out the camera. And obviously it looks kinda flat. It don't look vivid. It looks kinda washed out. The picture looks good still. It could work like this still. No one ain't gonna complain. Cause it's a clean shot, you get me? But I film it deliberately without so much contrast and saturation, because it gives me options in post. Like, this is post-production I'm in right now. It gives me the option to turn up the thing, you get me? I use these adjustment layers. And let me show you the difference. Just a slight difference, man. Let me try and find the same part where man's at, so you can see the difference for real. Where we at here? 940 about there. Let's close this up. Looks like we're somewhere around here still. Yeah, of course it is still. Alright, cool, man. That'll do. Go back a bit. Right, that'll do. Alright, yeah. You can see, obviously, this is my stand. This is my template, innit? My Speakers Corner template. So when I go to Speakers Corner, I know what my camera settings are, innit? So most of the time, the footage is gonna need the same tweaking to get to the level that I want it out, innit? So this is the base what I start with, and as you see, it's just a minor. I don't really go ham, you know. It's just a minor adjustment of the shadows and the highlights, the blacks. I don't like crushing the blacks and the saturation. I just put back in everything what man took out from the original one. And the reason man take it out in the original, you might be like, so why you want to shoot like that in the first place? The reason man do that is because when you shoot in a flat profile, it gives you a bigger dynamic range, and because the image ain't baked in, you got the option. You might film it with the color fully in and the contrast fully in, and then you watch back the footage and think it looks nasty. You want it less contrasty, but it's too late. It's already, your image is already, the details are gone from the shadows in it, so you can't bring them back. The details are gone from the highlights, so you can't bring them back. When you shoot flat, you got the option to enhance the highlights or make them darker, vice versa with the shadows. Same thing, you get me, sir? That's the reason why still. So let me just reset everything and show you how my process. Now I always start with the blacks still. I bring the blacks down until, like, I bring it down extreme so you can see what details being lost. And you just want to make the darkest part of the image like black in it, just before it goes into start to take over whatever's right next to it. Cause I don't want to lose no information still. So I'll say about there, I'm good with that. Alright. Then the shadows is next, like the darker parts of the image, but not the actual blacks. I bring them down. And when you do this, sometimes you don't even need to put the color up still, because the color will just come back in when the image gets dark, you get me? Same thing, I do it extreme, so I know where the peak is. Then I just bring it back up, and then I just try to find a mid ground, you get me? So I'll say around there is cool. Then the highlights, I don't really think it needs none still. I think the whites are good. Let's see. Same thing, blow it out, bring it back down. Yeah, back there will do still. Ideally, I don't even change the color still. Bring that back to black,
to nothing. See, that's all washed out. I need some colour in there still. Come, I let that in that pale. You get me? So, yeah. But they will do still, and that's it. That's man done. A man can go ham and put some tints in the shadows and the highlights, do the orange and teal thing. So the teal shadows and the yellow highlights on some cinema thing. You get me? I don't really like fucking with the colours like that. Not for this anyway. Still, sometimes I do still, but I don't really like it still. I can turn it off and see how it looks like. That's it without it. That's it with it. Without it. With it. It kind of looks good with it still. I think the blues are too much though. Send them back to the tealy colour a bit more. Bring it closer to centre. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I've got this colour wheel here as well. I usually take the colour out of the yellows. You see that if I put it back to normal. See how yellow everything is now. That means I can turn this off. Show you how the thing look. That looks alright. That looks alright, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel the skin tones. I don't know if it's the profile what I'm filming. I feel like the skin tones suffer a bit. They get too orangey. So I had to bring it down myself manually. That looks better still. You might not even be able to notice the differences too much, but me, I see it, fam. So I try to fix it. You get me? I try to fix it. But yeah, that's how this one looks. The original. It's the original, and this is the finished one ready for YouTube. As I said, man's got the ability. Man could just send it out there straight as it is, but nah. I want the option to get it right how man want it. You get me? In post. So that's how it is. So yeah, man, send it out now for sound now as well. Obviously, I film on an external microphone, so I don't film directly into the camera. I do get camera mic. That's where you hear me still. You hear me on the camera mic more time, because I'm always talking shit in the background. You don't hear me because I film an external mic, and I only put the audio from the external mic up. You hear me? So yeah. So I film on the external mic, and I have to bring it in. Let me just front like this is it. I ain't got no. I don't think I got no memory card. I might have actually. Let me see. It'll just be anything still. So speakers corner. Raw speakers. Oh shit! Input the whole thing. Raw speakers. Raw audio. Only just one file from here. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the audio now. Let's drop it on the track. And the audio, because I film with the windshield on to stop all the wind whenever it's blowing. Even a little slight breeze. If it never had no windshield, then you wouldn't hear it. It kind of muffles the sound a little bit. So I have to tweak the audio as well to get it back to sounding like that's a clean mic. You get me? So we'll go into audio editing. Go into the track mixer, and I've set up like a multi-band equalizer and a parametric equalizer, multi-band compressor. So right now it's all set. I don't need to change it. I've made the audio adjustments to where I think it's cool. I don't need to change it because the audio always will get recorded the same way. It won't get affected. So I'll just cancel out some of the lower sounds, like just below people's, whoever's got the bassiest voice, like a Barry White or something. He's the only one who would suffer from my audio treatment. Most other people, anything that's too deep will get cut out because you won't need it. It'll be like some mad humming sounds or something in the background that will just fuck up the sound. They get cancelled out. I just lower that down. You get me? See, that's all low down there. That's the lowest part. And I bring the highs up. You get me? And the presets broadcast. And then for the equalizer, after that, it's like a similar. I took a bit of the mids out and I raised up the highs again. You get me? And that just brings it back. You just really just play around with it until it sounds right for man. You get me? But yeah, the audio has to get cleaned up as well. I'll do that. And when I'm recording the audio, obviously I've got this an external camera, external mic man in it, so I tell them always try and keep the audio level at minus 12 dB, minus 12 decibels, because when you keep it at that level, that's like loud enough that you can bring it into post and turn it up without getting too much hiss sound, but it's also low enough that if the person who you're recording starts shouting just out of nowhere, it won't clip. You know, like obviously you listen to a lot of the channels you'll hear man just talking normal and it's just all distorted. It sounds all fucked up. You don't want it to sound like that. It's because their levels are too high. They're recording it too high. I say it's best to record at around minus 12 dB. Then you got headroom. If man starts shouting, it won't clip. You get me? But at the same time, it's not so low that when you bring it in, you can't hear it without turning it up and introducing a lot of extra hiss. You know, just the white noise sound. You get me? So yeah, I film at minus 12 still. So yeah, yeah, that's how man get my shots to look how they look still. And go back to color. And so go back to color. Obviously, I got my logo in the corner there that stay there all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Any more questions, just let me know, man. I'll try to answer them in the comments. Obviously, I'll go once I have to line up all of this. I have to make the sound match that sound. The zoom extra in, and then select show audio time units, and that just makes it enables you the opportunity to zoom in even more. You get me? You can get mad precise. You just move this around to try and match it to this. Once you match it, you just delete this audio track, and then you just got your clean audio. You get me? That man's good. Man's got clean audio. You send it back. Just watch through the footage, or if you remember a part of the clip where you feel like, what I do is I try and find a part of the clip that I feel kind of summarizes or gives you an idea of what you're about to watch when you watch the whole thing, in it, just like a little intro. So when I find that, I'll just cut out the part where I feel that, yeah, that'll be a good intro. That part there. That'll let people know what they should expect to see from the footage. I'll just copy that over and I move that to the front of the queue. Right now it's gonna overlap and do bare things still, but I ain't being too careful because it's just a tutorial. So yeah, I'll do that. So now man got man's intro. When man run that now, don't worry about the audio's gonna be completely different to what you're watching still. So don't watch that. But yeah. But it's still Gary though. Then the real thing comes in, you get me? Then the real thing rolls in, and then you're witnessing the whole thing. That's it, man. That's everything. But I hope I covered everything still. As I said, if there's any more specific questions that people got, just list them down and I'll make a next video, you get me? This one is kind of a rush thing still, car. Even though I've been saying I wanted to do this from I hit 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, I've just been overwhelmed with a bag of different work here and there. Just filming bare Speaker's Corner videos. I got a bit overwhelmed still, so I kind of put it on the back burner, you get me? But man's at a million views right now. I was about to say subscribers. One day, inshallah. Man's at 1 million views right now. My channel's been viewed 1 million times. You hear me? So man, I have to show something. I have to give you something, you hear me? A lot of people keep asking how I do my thing. Not even how I film, but what camera equipment I use. And I know it's because of the end result that they're witnessing. So you gotta know that more than the camera equipment you use, it's a lot to do with the post-production, you get me? Because you can go and get all the equipment I got and go and film, and then your thing ain't looking like my thing. And you're going to be like, how come my thing don't look like your thing? Post-production is important. And pre-production as well. have to know how to set up your camera. Like I set up my camera to shoot in a flat profile. The flat is like whatever camera you got, try and shoot in the flattest profile you got, the most undone, so your footage just looks like it's like almost grey. That's how you want to be filming. But then you can bring it in post, and you get the most. You can bring it in post production and make it look how you want it to look, rather than. And I want my thing to look natural. Some man colorize their thing, and have it looking like, I don't know, like some cinema type, like I said, the orange and teal look, or green and, you know, some mad different colours in that still. But I like my thing to look natural still, so I don't put too much colour in it. I want the skin tone, I want it to look like you're there in it. That's what I'm trying to recreate still, so I don't go hard with it, I don't go ham with it. You get me? But yeah, just an adjustment layer. Can turn it off and see how it looks. See how it looks great. Turn it back on. Call out, we're done. We're good to go. No more ghosts. You get me? Off, on. Oh yeah, when I scroll through, when I do my screenshots as well, so it's not a long thing of going into Photoshop all the time. When I get a clip that I like the look of, no homo, I'll be like, alright, cool. This got Gary in it. It's got Ali Dawa in it, but Rasbak ain't in it. So I want to get one of all of them and them in it. All of the main speakers. I try to get one of all of the main speakers in it. If man can. If man can't, the man will just take what the best man got, you hear me? I think Rasbak and Ali Dawa in this one was key. Obviously, Gary's a big name as well. He drawing enough people still. Enough people want to see Gary still. So I'll definitely will try and find one, but just for the sake of the tutorial, just to speed it up, I'm gonna just go with this. Alright, cool. I got my shot that I want now. All this is ones I prepared earlier. So I turn on the big logo and turn off the little one. This is for the thumbnail now. Just export the single image as the thumbnail. Let's call it Ali Ras. And done. Okay. Now I've got my screenshot now I've got my thumbnail for the video. So that's a wrap. Let's turn it back around. Select my in and out points. Just out. Start is in, obviously. Go back to in. And then I export. And this is key as well still, man's export settings. Because even after you do all of that, you could do all of that hard work there, and then you export it and it still looks garbage. It don't look like how I looked in the editing program. Because, let me show you my export settings still. Same thing for the audio. And let me like a person who should follow for audio, because I don't know much about audio processing, you know. I think I get audio like sounding clean and broadcast quality and all the them thing there. You get me? I'm just doing from studying different tutorials what I seen online. And one of the best persons that I would recommend is one guy called Curtis Judd from White Brother. Called Curtis Judd. Brother, his speciality is sound still. He has all types of different techniques to show you how to get the best sound from whatever device you got. He compares different mics and different audio recorders and even post-production programs, compares all of that, and you can air it. You get me? You can air what sounds the best. So I just followed his recommendations. Target loudness -16 LUFS. I don't know what these things stand for still. Tolerance 2 LU. Maximum true peak -1 dB TP. And loudness standard ITU BS. That's what it sounds like from some BS. But yeah, loudest normalization. So that's my sound setting. So basically all this does is will give you a consistent sound level through all of your audio, all your videos. They'll all have the similar type of audio level. You get me? Like the average audio level. That'll sound similar. So it won't be like you're playing one video from your playlist and then you go and play a next video and you have to turn the volume mad down or something, or mad up, because the one you was just listening to, the volume was at such a different level. This will keep all your audio from different videos at a similar level. You get me? So that's that. and then the audio settings now, the video settings. Like I've got my thing custom, didn't it? Car, it's the settings that man use. It's the same thing that's from studying a lot of different video tutorials of how to make your footage look the best. You get me? And this is what I ended up with. The format for YouTube is H.264, and yeah, let's see. When you go down to basic video settings, obviously the height and the width is whatever man recorded it at. 24 frames per second is what man film at. All of this is just standard. This ain't been changed. So this is whatever your camera filmed at for this part. But the key now is the bitrate settings. Now I always put render at maximum depth. Use maximum render quality. Use previews. This will make your rendering time go up a little bit more, but you'll get the best quality by doing it this way. It makes the computer work harder, but you'll get the best quality. You get me? And the bit rate is important. Like I aim to keep it around 30 megabytes or bits, whatever it is. 30 megabytes per second. It's probably megabytes still. Megabits. I don't know. 30 I'm gonna say megabytes. 30 megabytes per second. That's what I aim for. It must be bits, fam. 30 megabytes is a lot a second, fam. But that's what I aim for. That's what I aim for. So I keep it around that, and then I look at the file size depending on how big the video is. If I got like this clip here is only 11 minutes in it, so I'll go all the way up to 30. I get the best quality out of that, and I've seen like when I go over 30, I don't really notice no difference. Like 30 is the peak, around 30 is the peak for me. So I'll try to keep it around there. You get me? Ain't no point. It's overkill for going up there. Like, you can go all the way up to 50. You get me? I don't see no point in doing that still. I don't see no difference in the final outcome. But I'll look at the file size. Like if this was like an hour and a half video clip, then I'll bring it down a bit. I'll probably bring it to around 15 or something like that. You get me? Because I don't want it to spend the whole day uploading a video file. You get me? But yeah, when you keep like try and keep your target bit rate as high as you can, in order to keep as much quality as you can. That's all it is. The more compressed it is, the more quality you lose, innit? The less compressed it is, the more quality you keep. So that's the next key still. As I said, you don't want to do everything that I've done up until now, and then you just upload it at some 5-6 megabits per second, and then the thing just comes out looking crud. You get me? You don't want that. So yeah, I think that's everything still. Publish. You can just upload it straight to YouTube. You can upload it straight to YouTube. I'll do that sometimes still. But more time I just export it to a media encoder. So then I can start working on the next file straight away. This is uploading. You get me? So yeah, I feel that's everything still. I feel I covered everything. As I said, like, even though I said I've been wanting to do this, I ain't really planned how to do it. It's only when I finally sat down and started doing it, and I was like, yo, what am I even gonna say? It's a mad thing still. But yeah, I hate that still. Thing done. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. You get me? That's why I made the video still, cause I get asked the question so often. What you use, rare, how you make a video look like that, rare. Let's make a video, and hopefully that should answer the questions that man's been getting. But yeah, if I ain't answered anything that you want, just ask it, man. I'm gonna try to leave links to the equipment that man use in the description box, so you can click on them and go straight to the equipment that man's got and man use. Yeah, that's it. Peace.